So one of the very odd things that is happening right now is with Trump selecting Elon to start rooting out all of this inefficiency in our taxes and the money that we're paying to the government. The Democrats are really, really showing their hand here. And they're very, very angry about uncovering waste and fraud and corruption. And they're not afraid to say that publicly, which I think is like so bonkers crazy to me that they think that it is what the public wants for them to say, I want to stop you from saving taxpayer money. It is the most bizarre thing, but they're all in. And you know what? God bless them for it. I hope they continue to do that more. And so I want to play President Trump being asked about all of these obstructions of trying to root out inefficiencies and the lawsuit that I want to get into here in a sec. Watch.
19 states' attorneys general filed a lawsuit, and early Saturday, a judge agreed with them to restrict Elon Musk and his government efficiency team, DOGE, from accessing Treasury Department payment and data systems. They said there was a risk of irreparable harm. What do you make of that? And does that slow you down on what you want to do?
No, I disagree with it 100%. I think it's crazy. And we have to solve the efficiency problem. We have to solve the fraud, waste, abuse, all the things that have gone in the government. You take a look at the USAID, the kind of fraud in there,
and you found significant things.
Well, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars of money that's going to places where it shouldn't be going, where if I read a list, you'd say this is ridiculous, and you've read the same lists, and there are many that you haven't even seen. It's crazy. It's a big scam. Now, there's some good money, and we can do that through any one of a number. I think I'd rather give it to Marco Rubio over at the State Department. Let him take care of the few good ones. So I don't know if it's kickbacks or what's going on, but the people, look, I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse.
Yep. And now you see why the Democrats are filing lawsuits left and right. So the one that he was mentioning was filed by Letitia James, New York Attorney General, and 18 other Democrat state attorneys general. And they say Trump unlawfully granted DOGE access to the Treasury Department's central payment system, and that wasn't allowed. Now, they had this little activist who was in charge of responding to the suit, U.S. District Judge Paul Engelmeyer from New York, and he ended up issuing a temporary restraining order to block DOGE from accessing federal Treasury systems and to destroy all of the information that they copied or downloaded or anything like that. I mean, imagine a judge saying that, like, the commander-in-chief, the highest executive of this country, does not have the ability to assign people tasks to root out fraud and corruption is just unbelievable to me. But I want to play President Trump I believe he was on Air Force One on the way to the Super Bowl, and he was asked by a Huffington Post reporter about J.D. Vance's response to these rulings, which, of course, J.D. Vance is like, this judge is not going by the Constitution. He's going by him being a leftist activist, and like, we can't let judges act that way. And so here is Donald Trump's response to this. Watch.
The Vice President suggested that if the Supreme Court rules in a way that you don't like, they can just enforce it by themselves. Do you agree with that?
I don't know even what you're talking about. Neither do you. Who are you with? Who? Oh, no wonder. I thought they died. Are they still around? I haven't read them in years. I thought they died.
This guy.
I thought they died.
Time to leave. You don't know what you're talking about. Ask me a question. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Neither do you. Neither do you. Where are you from? Oh, yeah, figures.
But listen, isn't that the judge's action, that's almost an admission of guilt. Mm-hmm. The action speaks to an admission of guilt and going, oh, crap, sue them because they're going to find stuff. Yeah, find all of it. Go department to department. And when they get to the military,
Yeah, that's...
When DOGE gets to the military, the industrial military complex, and you start looking into those contracts, it's going to get fun. It's going to get real fun.
Here's the other thing. I'm still puzzled that people don't understand the way that Donald Trump talks. Let me tell you this. If he says, I'm not going to do it, but I know you're looking at me expecting I'm not going to do it. But if he says, you have to, I don't know if it's kickbacks. He's saying he knows that it's kickbacks.
Right.
Correct.
He knows.
Right.
Correct. It is.
He just throws that out.
He's signaling.
He's letting them know that he knows.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
He does that so subtly. He goes, I don't know if it's kickbacks or if it's this. He's like,
Yeah.
Putting you on notice. He's going to shine a light on all the cockroaches. So scatter while you can, I guess. And so, you know, talking about the Democrats grandstanding on this, as if even half the country is with them, which is, again, crazy to me that they think that even half the country would be with them on the issue of rooting out corruption with the money that we're paying you to do nothing, not a thing. I have to write you a check for doing nothing. And by the way, when I overpay, I don't get interest on that money that I'm getting back. But if I don't pay enough, you charge me more. That's a bad deal, okay? So the idea that Americans would be like, yeah, we want to pay more in taxes, don't root out the fraud, is insane to me. And you have Democrats like Maxine Waters, who is like, I'm going to storm up to these buildings and get in the face of the security guard who is just literally doing his job, preventing people. He was given an assignment. Don't let these people in the building. He's just doing his job. And she's like over there wagging her finger in his face. What's your name? What's your name? It's just insane to me. Watch.
Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let him see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again.
Balls is my name.
So what?
I showed you the ID.
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the
Could
ID.
you let
just
me see
doesn't
the
care, does
ID
he?
again? Huh? No?
No.
Will someone else ask him for the ID? Will you ask him for it? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it.
and what's that?
I want to see it. I want to see it. Show me. Squawk, squawk, squawk. He's like, no. I already showed one of you. I'm not going to get out my ID again. No. It's just.
So here's a thought. Here's a thought. I have a proposal. Every Democrat can pay their taxes. You go pay your taxes, and we won't pay our taxes, right? You can keep giving your money to these corrupt entities, right? And we won't. I think it's a simple resolution. It's the same thing for the people that go on, well, you know, they need to pay their fair share. Well, you can always pay more, Mr. Millionaire Actor. Right, you can always pay more.
It doesn't quite work that way. You remember, you're from that place. It's Leo DiCaprio talking climate change, and don't pollute the air. And when the fire starts, he's on his private jet. See ya, let it burn. Yeah, I mean, there's no substance. I mean, what is it that delusional human being thinks that she's going to accomplish in that moment? They are at such a loss.
It's right? So funny.
And it's fun. It's fun.
It really is.
It's fun. It's manifesting. It's like a whole bunch of demons manifesting.
Well, they're on the back foot, right?
Yep.
Like they're massively like,
yeah.
And we said this before. Donald Trump, when he was president before, he was alone doing this. He was one guy. Yeah. They would come at him and he'd counterpunch and they'd be like, oh. And then the Republicans, though, would just crumble like the pathetic, spineless people they are. Now he's got a dude that does not mess around. Well, he's got that in so many different levels. He's
and also the country. And also the
nation. Country's like, we're done. We don't care. Yeah. That's it. Go after him.
If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.